Geographers, scientists, and scholars understand that all forms of natural disasters are expected and predictable. 2nd May 2017, the International Workshop toward building a regional platform for disaster risk reduction in Asia was held. The workshop was held as part of the research collaboration between the Kyoto University and Institute of Islamic Understanding Malaysia. The main thrust of the workshop is for the participants to establish cooperation in disaster risk reduction effort in some countries in Asia, such as Japan, Malaysia, Indonesia, and the Philippines. The workshop also provides a platform for participants to learn from one another.
This presentation will try to explore exactly what this kind of discourse really talks about.
They can leave their things behind. Of course, they're worried that they will be lost, right? Either wiped out by the flooding or earthquake and so on and so forth. But they're more particularly concerned about their livelihood.
And look at this, the world is really warming up. It's like the whole planet is having a fever, high fever. What happens when a child has high fever? Very dangerous.
IKIM is in reality a research institute that aims to inform the public. Therefore, it deals in public scholarship, as we say, on issues that are of national importance. And certainly one of the most pressing issues today facing all of us is the environmental issue. In the context of the environment, the tradition of this country, the major religions of this country, especially Islam, actually emphasizes environmental ethics very much. As we all know, religions such as Islam put a heavy emphasis on the responsibility of human beings to maintain ecosystems such as riverine systems, which provide many services for human beings. We have been fortunate in terms of collaborative efforts to be able to work with WWF, Malaysia and also abroad, and at the same time, very especially so with the ACP program as conducted by the University of Malaya and other local universities, as well as University of Kyoto and other Japanese universities.
Loads of lessons can be drawn out of various disaster events that have happened in Asian countries. For Malaysia, this could be a golden opportunity to learn from these countries' experiences. Many scientists and scholars these days recognize the need to educate the people to be alert, aware, and ready to face multiple threats from natural disasters.
Saya datang ke Malaysia dari Jepang. Kenapa? Karena untuk mengikuti international conference. Jadi saya salah satu delegasi dari Jepang dan ada juga yang datang dari Indonesia ada, dari Filipina ada. Jadi tujuan kami buat conference itu untuk sharing knowledge and experience lah. Jadi sharing, membagi pengetahuan dan pengalaman masing-masing. Karena bencana alam itu kalau sekali terjadi dampaknya juga dahsyat dan tidak boleh eksperimental. Jadi kalau sekali terjadi kita harus belajar lah.
The December 2004 tsunami catastrophe has opened up a new chapter to the people of Aceh. Most people regard the tsunami that hit Aceh as a mere natural disaster. However, the lessons drawn after the tsunami are more than a mere disaster. Rather, it is an opportunity for Aceh to reopen a new chapter, to rise up and to leave behind all the pain that had occurred.
Tsunami 2004 ya, itu juga membawa kesadaran baru khususnya bagi masyarakat Indonesia dan Aceh, di mana muncul kesadaran bahwa bencana harus dihadapi dengan persiapan, dengan pengetahuan. Karena kita tahu wilayah Indonesia dan Aceh merupakan daerah yang rawan bencana. Nah, sehingga tsunami 2004 di Aceh juga mendorong terjadinya perubahan ya, paradigma penanggulangan bencana secara nasional di Indonesia dengan muncul undang-undang lebih mendorong upaya-upaya preventif, upaya-upaya persiapan dalam menghadapi bencana. Ya.
About 1.9 million Filipinos became homeless because of Typhoon Haiyan, and 6 million Filipinos in total were displaced. Up to now, many places in the Philippines affected by Typhoon Haiyan are still recovering from the devastation. Recovering from the disaster brought about by Typhoon Haiyan remains to be a difficult experience for many of the families left behind by relatives who passed away. This is unsurprising. I said a while ago that Typhoon Haiyan has been recorded to be the strongest typhoon to ever make a landfall ever recorded. And that, in the experience of many Filipinos in Visayas, that meant losing many relatives all at the same time and in the fastest manner possible, in the most unexpected manner possible.
In its terrible aftermath, thousands of lives perished. Properties were damaged. Many lives were lost. All a result of disasters, either occurring naturally or due to our own actions. What were the underlying causes of such destruction? How did these insane destruction shock the serene natural world and destroy the life of mostly ignorant human beings?
A disaster is also a result of human wrongdoing and misdeed. There are also verses in the Quran which talks about how God has destroyed communities and people in the past because of their wrongdoing and because of their bad evils or evil deeds.
The disasters of the Aceh tsunami, Typhoon Haiyan, and the Great Tohoku earthquake have long passed, but the consequence of the events could still be felt to this day. It is impossible to prevent the occurrence of natural disasters. However, the loss of lives and destruction caused by disasters could be mitigated. Aspiration to minimize the risk of disaster is achievable through collaborative efforts. These efforts must involve stakeholders, policymakers, lawmakers, scientists, scholars, organizations, communities, right down to individuals. Disasters. It's terrorizing, killing, destroying, and affecting human relationship. However bad as it looks, in every disaster event, there are a range of lessons to be learned.
Ini penting untuk to prevent abrasion of the coast. Kemudian juga untuk menjaga lingkungan hidup untuk small creatures ya, seperti kepiting atau crabs ya, menjaga keseimbangan alam. Saya senang sekali hari ini bisa ikut bersama-sama untuk menanam bakau di sini.
Penanaman kembali hutan mangrove itu selain dapat mengurangi efek dari pemanasan global, juga dia sangat bermanfaat untuk menghindari bahaya daripada tsunami. Kita ketahui bahwa pinggir pantai itu adalah daerah yang sangat mudah terhempas oleh ombak tsunami. Nah, dengan adanya hutan mangrove ini, maka kekuatan gelombang tsunami yang masuk ke daratan itu bisa teredam di daratan. Gitu.
Islam taught us to be prepared. Does a country that rarely encounters major disasters such as Malaysia are prepared to face such calamity? Are we certain that Malaysia will always be free of disasters such as tsunamis, earthquakes, and tornadoes? Observe, and we will learn from our surroundings. All phenomena are destined by Allah, but surely there is a lesson to be learned from them. Learning from disasters is a trait of a noble person.
I think we should keep our nature because the nature will protect our society from natural hazard in the future.
Yang harus kita siapkan sebenarnya adalah manusianya saja. Jadi bagaimana kita mempersiapkan manusia untuk menghadapi disaster.
You know, nature do not need people. They can thrive on their own. But people and our children need nature in order to survive.
We should be teaching this to our children. because they would be the one to continue and to sustain all our efforts in protecting the environment.
Sharing experience, sharing knowledge is the key against a natural disaster.
We can do small actions. For example, today we plant like a mangrove plants, and then we share experience on how to protect or to preserve our earth.